going to be doing a lot of review of things that we've already learned about. So I want to start out with counting. We're going to count to 50. So if you could watch with me and count with me and watch the numbers so that you can hear the numbers and see the numbers at the same time. Are we ready, friends? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Good job, boys and girls. If you could practice that at home, again with your parents, that would be great. Good practice for you. Now let's practice counting backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off! All right, friends, thanks for counting with me. Today, we worked on which number is greater and which number is less. So when we think about the word greater, what do you think that means? If something's greater, do you think it's bigger or smaller? It's greater. Yeah, when you say something's greater, I think of something that's bigger. And then whenever I say the number less, do you think that number is bigger or smaller if it's less? Yeah, the word less means smaller, not as big. So greater means more of it. Less means smaller, not as much. So what what my students did in class is I gave them two numbers and I asked them a question. So I'm going to give you two numbers and we'll practice together. So we have the number 3 and we have the number 7. Now if I asked you which number was greater, remember greater means bigger, more of it. Which number do you think it would be? Well, hopefully you said 7. 7 is greater or more than 3. And one way that I could know that is I could draw it. So I could draw 3 here. And then I could draw 7 over here. And with my eyes, I can see that there is definitely more circles here than there are here. So 7 is greater than 3. Let's try another one. Look at these two numbers. So we have the number 9 and we have the number 6. Which number is greater, bigger, more? 9, isn't it? 9 is greater. It's a bigger number. If I were to draw 9 circles, there's 9. And then 6, you can see that there is more here than there is over here. So 9 is more. Another way that you could think about that, boys and girls, when you're counting on a number line. So when we look at the number 6 right here, and then we look at the number 9,
Jacob Conrad, please come to
which is right here,
Jacob Conrad.
you can see that we remember that when we're counting,
tutors, please call the
numbers,
office you're in. Thank you.
Numbers get bigger going this way. So the closer the number is to 10, the bigger the number is. So we can see that 9 is closer to 10 than 6 is. Well, let's try the other way when we talk about less. I'm going to give you two numbers. So we have 1 and 4. Which number do you think is less? Smaller, not as much. Yeah, it's 1. 1 versus 4. There is definitely less, not as many circles over here. Let's try one more. Be ready to tell me which number is less or smaller. So we have 8 and 5. Which number is less? Not as big. 5, isn't it? Yeah, 5 is not as big as 8. We had 5 right here. There's our 5 circles. And then we had 8 circles over here. We could see that there's more circles over here, less circles over here. We could also look at the number line. Erase my other ones. So if we had 5 and we had 8, we were looking at those two numbers. Remember, when we go this way on a number line going down, the numbers get smaller. So the numbers that are closer to 1 are less or smaller. We can see that 5 right here is closer to 1 than the number 8. Now it's going to be your turn. I'm going to put some numbers. Sorry about that. I'm going to put some numbers on the board, and I want you to tell me which numbers are more. You can tell your parent at home. You can write them on a piece of paper, send that paper to your teacher, however is best for you. So here's some numbers. And like I said, I want you to tell me these 3 numbers, which ones are more. So here we go. Which one's in more? 7 or 5? 10 or 11? Or 17 and 7? Out of those, so which number's more here, here, and here? So tell your parent. And now I'm going to write down some more numbers. And this time, I want you to tell me which numbers are less. So we have 2 and 0. Which number is less? Not as many. 6 and 3, and 9 and 7. So look at those numbers. Tell your parents which one are less. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun on today's math lesson, our review lesson, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends.